Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 14 of GOAT Talk. I'm your host, Alonso Frias. I'm here with Fabian as my co-host. And for this week's guest, we have Sebastian Lletget. He is a midfielder for the LA Galaxy and US Men's national team. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. And I'm excited about it.
So what are you working on right now during the offseason to prepare for the next MLS season?
Yeah, there's a lot. Definitely trying to take my downtime serious and enjoy my family, but at the same time, you got to balance it out with training and just trying to work on things that during the season you probably thought that I could have done better, or like today before this podcast, just training on finishing and shooting and just the little stuff that makes a big difference in a big game.
Okay, and so you were the only player to play in all 4 matches for the U.S. Men's national team this year. So how does that help you boost your confidence, especially with Greg Berhalter?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I know when they mentioned that was pretty. It's a stat I didn't really think of until they mentioned it. So again, I think we've grown. I think I've grown as a player under his system, and he's a very detailed coach, who I think is going to be the men's national team for a long time, and I hope there's more success to come with that. But our relationship is definitely grown, and I think it's. I mean, I've also had to apply myself and learn a lot on how he wants to play things. So, and there was a really young group this year. A really, really young group. The European, everybody that's in Europe, and then everybody that's domestically. I'm more of a veteran now.
Yeah, that's what
being
I was gonna say.
28 years old, and even though it's not really like old, right, for any soccer player, but again, compared to my peers, it's definitely. But I just got to show that experience that I've had, playing in the league and having the amount of games that I've had, and hopefully there's success that comes with that.
And I know a player you're really close to is Julian Araujo.
Yeah.
So how have you guided him in a way? And also, have you talked to him and say, because I know there's been people from the Mexican national team trying to push him to the other side. So have you kind of been like, hey, bro, you staying with me, right?
I know. There's been a little bit of that. It's tough because I do support him a lot, and I'm always there for him, and I do have that sort of big brother relationship with him. But again, he's 19, turning 20. He's still super young, and I know these are big decisions that have to be made, but he has to make them, and that I can influence him as much as I want, but at the end of the day, it's going to be his call, and I think everybody respects that. But of course, if I'm being biased, I would love for him to be part of the U.S. and I think he could have a future there. So, but again, it's up to him. Yeah.
And then since you said that you were technically like the veteran on the team, the average age I think was like around 22, 23.
Yeah,
do you serve like as a mentor to also like other players besides like your teammates?
Yeah, no, I think I don't think I how do I say it? I don't think I asked for that role, right? But I found myself being that guy, who really wants everybody around me to do well, and I've always been sort of that type of player, that type of person. So I think it just complements my personality anyway. So I want these guys to have an amazing future, and I believe U.S. soccer does have a bright future ahead of them. With the talent that we have.
And they're still young, so
they're
only
so
going to get better.
Young. I mean, Jesus, we got so many guys playing for big clubs, and we have even domestically playing at a really high level. And I think MLS is just going to keep growing and being more competitive than it already is. So that's what I mean. I think the next 10 years are going to be huge.
Yeah. And I saw in your Players Tribune interview, you said how when you came in that MLS was taking off.
Yeah.
How would you like, what changes have you seen since when you first arrived and then till now?
Yeah, I think when I first came, like many, I didn't really know what to expect. Maybe I expected, I don't know, just stuff you hear about the domestic league here, and it could be a little slower. And honestly, I don't know what it was, but it must have been the year that I got here, which was 2015. It just it was everything but any of that. It was athletic. It was technically, better than I ever thought it was going to be, and then every year coming after that, it was just like more players were coming and just changing changing the style, and then along with that comes better coaching.
Yeah.
And then just it just demands clubs to be better, whether it's building a really nice training facility, like the new clubs have, or building a new stadium.
Yeah.
And all that adds a lot of value. So that's what I mean. I think it's the league has become a really appealing spot for players.
And we're seeing how big name players are being rumored to come to that MLS.
Yeah.
We have Chicharito signing with you guys.
Yeah, no, and he's I know it's been a crazy year for all of us at the Galaxy, and but I'm optimistic that the next year will be a much better year.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then you just had your 10-year anniversary since the first time you signed a pro contract in September.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you...
Damn, I didn't even think about that.
You signed your first pro contract
really
in
cool.
September of 2010.
Right.
So how have you seen your career progress, especially since you started off in the Premier League? So how did that experience practicing with West Ham and playing in the FA Cup, how did that help prepare you for the MLS?
Yeah, no, I learned so much in Europe, and even though it didn't, how would I say, it didn't turn out the way I would want, but I learned a lot. I learned so much. I wasn't blessed with maybe the right managers. Maybe it was just bad timing. I believed I put in the work, but again, these things happen in life, and sometimes it's not fair or whatever. But you just got to keep it moving, and that's why you got to find opportunity, and that's why when I came here, I feel like I was so ready. I was so ready you just need to give me a window, and as soon as I got that, I just kind of just never stopped. So I think that's more than anything I learned just to deal with. Can we swear on here? Not swear, but
no, yeah, you can swear.
Just deal with shit,
Yeah,
you just gotta keep it going. There's nobody's gonna feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
So it's
especially because there's so many players and so many people going through things in the footballing world today.
It's and everybody has a different journey. I would have, it's not what I thought, but I'm glad it still is what it is. I'm happy. I couldn't have asked for a better way. It's different for everybody.
And something I talked a lot on the podcast is about how club soccer. So what was your experience like playing for Santa Clara and at 16 years old, and then from there signing a professional contract in Europe? So what was that transition like? Because I feel like a lot of people that I would play with locally, that was like their dream.
No, it was I think especially in the Bay Area, it was kind of unheard of around when I was doing it. So I was learning as I go. It was something that just not many young players got the chance of doing. So when I had that opportunity, I just, you kind of learn as you go. You got, you learn about that there's going to be a tryout, or that the scout likes you, and then they want to send you over to Europe, and it sounds amazing, but still, you're like, as a kid, you're like, cool, like
16,
and I knew I wanted to be a professional soccer player, but I don't even know what that really means. I just see guys on TV running around, and it looks amazing and playing in front of crowds. So I'm like, all right, whatever's going to get me to there, right? And, as soon as I actually went over there, it was a different world. But I think I was naive, and I think that naiveness kind of helped me because I wasn't nervous. I wasn't anything. I was just like just give me the ball. I'm ready. Let me just go play like how I do here. And it just worked out. Like the not thinking part helped me. I wasn't.
You didn't overthink anything.
No, I didn't overthink it, and this game, sometimes it takes the joy out of you.
Yeah.
So it's nice, you gotta keep that joy. You gotta find ways. Like in the off season, more than anything, that's what I do. I try to get that fun back, because when you turn pro, it's very different from when I was playing in Santa Clara. There's people jobs on the line.
There's
everything. There's a lot of business.
It's on a bigger platform.
It's a bigger platform. People are criticizing you.
The media.
The media. Anything you do wrong, or even if you do it right, it's going to be everywhere. So it's a whole different world. So, but you get used to it.
And then in terms of Galaxy's next season, would you prefer for Dominic to stay coach? Because I know Denny's the close to GM for LA Galaxy.
Yeah. Oh man, you guys are aware, dude. You guys are good. I love Dom. Dom is really a good relationship, and he's a Bay Area native too.
Yeah, he plays for the Blackhawks here in San Francisco.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we always talk about just being born and raised here and stuff like that. So I have a good relationship with him, and of course, if he were to stay, I would definitely be happy. I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I know there's other people that they're interviewing, and I honestly don't know at the moment who's gonna get the job. There's still a little bit of time. I'm hoping they announce it soon, just to know. But I think they're still up in the air with that. But yeah, he's great. He's really great.
So hopefully too. Another question I wanted to ask too. LA Galaxy's always been known to have that superstar on the team. So Steven Gerrard during Giovanni Dos Santos, Zlatan, and Chicharito. So how has that atmosphere been in the locker room, especially going from one superstar to another?
Yeah, no, it changes. Now we have Chicha, who's he's been great. He's been grinding, man. It's he had some injuries and things like that kind of like stop start. But yeah, everybody has their own vibe. Everybody has their own energy. And Ibras was definitely a character.
Yeah, we could see that.
You could see that. Gio was. Gio was more of a creative mind, but I got along with him. But he was just so different. Stevie was, he was a class act. But he was just coming to the end of his career. And so he wanted to. He really, I do believe he really wanted to excel and have a lot of success here. But things work out in different ways. Everybody, but like you said, everybody's different.
Yeah.
So. Very interesting.
Stepping aside a little from the soccer aspect, you also opened up your YouTube channel recently.
So what made you like and subscribe?
What made you want to do that?
I think it's. I'm glad you asked. Yeah, because it's. I want to show a different side to sort of athletes. It's a different. A lot of us just see what we choose to put on Instagram or on social media in general, or what you see on TV when we're playing games. But I think it forces me to kind of, even though I'm really not, I feel like I'm not your YouTuber personality. I feel like it forces me to have fun with it and kind of come out of myself, And I it's gotten good, a good response so far. And again, it's a lot of fun, and
we hopefully you guys watching like that
it. Too. Yeah,
fun.
I hope so. I put effort into it, so I want it to come out good. So hopefully anybody out there, definitely support.
I've seen you dance to Baby Shark, bro. That was pretty funny. I was like, I would never expect that.
That shit was fun. I forgot about that. That's funny. I know. I film it and then I forget and then they edit it and then I'm like, oh shit, I can't believe I did that.
Bro, another funny moment for me was when you were in Europe and then you took off your mask and you're like, is this how women
like a bra. I know. Yo, people love that. I forgot I said that too.
That was funny.
I was like, a bunch of girls were like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I was like, it's the first thing that come to mind.
I would say the same.
Well, because it was a whole day of travel for me. It was 12 hour or 11-hour flight.
Yeah.
And then I had to take a 2-hour car service to from London to Wales, which is 2 hours, and then meet up with the hotel and then have to do testing. So I could not take this thing off, and so it was for 16 hours. I could not take my mask off.
Oh
so that one time, that was
and it was all red too. You could
and
see
then you could see I was all sweaty and it's a mess.
Well, how your vlog, that's more you on your social side.
Yeah.
How do you balance your social life aside from your professional career?
Right. Yeah, people deal with people got shit going on. Sorry, all the time, right? Personal and professionally, right? But I think you just gotta find your balance somehow. Some guys like going out golfing. Some guys like going indoors or staying indoors with their loved ones, or some guys choose the not so going out
partying.
And partying a little bit more. Some guys can do it. Some guys can afford to do that stuff. But for me, I try to do a little bit of everything. I don't everything in moderation. I don't try to do too much. I'm just this way. I try to mix it up, and it's and when you live, I live with my girlfriend. So I kind of play off whatever she's doing too, and she does the same with me. So we have a good thing though. That's a big thing when you move in. I don't know if you guys have moved in with your girlfriend.
No.
So
a couple years.
So it's a different world. But if you find that good one, you'll be okay.
How do you guys how do you balance your relationship? Because she's obviously one of the top.
She's got a crazy life. professional life. Her other life is, or like her personal life is just like any one of ours, for sure. Like it's, she likes doing all the same stuff. It's not like she's the exception or something.
Yeah.
But her professional life consists of her doing, just being, performing in front of. I've been behind stage and I don't even know. I'm like, I'd be freaked out if I was. She was like walking out like a boss, and I'm just like, I take a peek off the court. Everybody's like can't wait. I mean, it's like you've been to a concert, right?
Yeah.
So like you can't wait till the artist comes out. And it's like I see the.
But you see the artist every day.
Yeah. But it's just like in that moment of her coming out, and then everybody like scream. Like it's just.
You get nervous for her too?
I'd be nervous for her.
Yeah,
exactly. Because I'm envisioning myself doing
there.
it, and it's just. I mean, it's crazy, And I know you compare it to like playing soccer, but it's totally different because when you're playing,
you're starting to feel.
Yeah, you're focused on the ball. You got your
players.
teammates. You have a mission, and they do too. But a lot of it's
the
based on
spotlight's
them.
Yeah.
It's like if they trip or if they everything's on them. Like everybody's looking like a microscope.
Snapchat this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So. How they do what they do is crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
And have you gave her any advice and kind of like the inside world of soccer? So now that she became co-owner of Angel City FC.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, she's huge on that. It's probably one of her proudest things. Mainly because she, growing up, especially in LA, didn't really have she was never gonna like want to be a professional soccer. But she loved soccer. She loved sports. She loved baseball because of her family, but. She didn't really have, even if she wanted to, she didn't really have anything to strive for because there wasn't any women's team. Maybe college, but so I think for her that was like, I gotta support this because if I ever have a daughter one day, I can at least say, hey, I have this team or there's this team in LA in your hometown that you can play. You can actually play for.
Yeah.
You have something to look up to and dream about. So that's kind of like her message behind it, which I was like, that's true.
Yeah.
So
motivation behind.
That totally makes sense to me. I do believe it's going to be pretty cool. I mean, women's soccer is crazy right now.
Yeah, especially with I feel like players like Megan Rapinoe have really gave a voice to the women's national team.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. She really put herself out there, and it could have been received the opposite. But people, I think, really. I mean, people are always going to say whatever they want. But I think she's done a good job. Yeah.
She put herself out there like at the FIFA awards with like Ronaldo and Messi. Everybody was there, so it's like
she wasn't afraid, and
it takes guts.
It takes guts, exactly. So a lot of credit for her.
Yeah,
for sure.
And also, one topic too, I wanted to address to you. You come from Argentinian descent,
right?
So, what did Maradona mean to your inspiration growing up and playing soccer?
I mean, my dad's still not really over it. He's like,
even though he was a Boca fan, you guys still love him.
Diego. We're River Plate fans. To be honest, I know you're not supposed to say it, but it is what it is. And I put it. Everybody knows. But I mean, like, I guarantee he's probably watching YouTube, like a YouTube video of Diego right now. Like, it means I think it means a lot, especially to people that come from that era where they really watched him grow as a player. For me, or maybe you guys too, it's like, obviously there's Messi, there's these amazing players that we grew up with and we saw grow. So that's why maybe we're a little biased when we compare them, right?
Yeah.
But for him, again, why people watch sports is they want to be entertained, and this guy,
he was a character.
He was a character on and off the field.
On and off the field.
So he means a lot to people, especially from Argentina. So in soccer in general, but in it definitely for any Argentinian, sports, he is the
the epitome.
The epitome of Argentinian soccer. So. It's a tragic loss, and I know he probably didn't take care of himself as well as he should have. And those are decisions people make. But as far as soccer goes, the guy's gonna go down in history
as one of the best of all time.
Of all time, and rightfully so. So
And then one question too, I want to ask you: do you play FIFA, right?
Oh hell yeah!
Do you agree with your FIFA card?
Oh, my FIFA card! I was a little disappointed. Nah. Honestly, I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad on that stuff. I mean, I honestly I love the game and I play it all the time and I'm serious about it. But I don't like. I'm not one of those that's like playing with my character. I'm not too much. No, because if you guys wanted to, we play and I'll do it. But yeah, no, I wasn't like like, some guys really get disappointed.
I've seen a lot of videos.
They tweet about it.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that. But
bro, you gotta be at least a gold, man. Like,
I was like, man, maybe they didn't watch the games.
What about that bicycle kick I scored against LAFC? What the fuck?
Man, hopefully, I know it is. It's unbelievable, but it's all good. You gotta have fun with it. It's all good. We gotta keep it moving.
They'll probably next FIFA will be upgraded.
Yeah, maybe that's what I mean. Maybe next, it's like not this one, but
next one.
They play around, man.
EA, if you're listening.
Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down.
Yeah.
It's fun though.
All right, and then to close out, I'm gonna ask you 5 rapid questions, and you have to choose one or the other.
Okay.
You ready?
All right, let's go.
All right. So first question: which rival do you dislike the most, LAFC or the Mexican national team?
That's a good one. Oh man, it's gotta be the Mexican national team. I know. It hurts. I heard it. No, but it's because it's such a good game,
Yeah.
It's such a good game.
And then LA or San Francisco?
Damn, man, that's tough. That's a good question. San Francisco has my heart, though. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Born and raised.
Yeah, born and raised. It's tough to fight that, I love LA, though. I love
Bay Area.
Yeah, Bay Area, though.
Over SoCal.
The cold over the hot.
Yeah. And then Dempsey or Donovan?
Thankfully I got to play with both. They're both badass. They're both really good. But I got to play with Dempsey when he was like really good. Damn, Landon's different though. Landon was different. I played with him like after he came back from retirement. Right after. And when maybe like the second year that I joined with the Galaxy, and dude, this guy, it took him like maybe a couple weeks, but to get fit, he was still so good. Like, and I loved his mentality. Like I don't know, he helped me out a lot, and his mentality was winning. Like it was just different. Yeah, it was different, especially for an American. It was like, I don't know, I really enjoyed it. But Dempsey is doesn't say much, but he's just badass
on the pitch.
Yeah, he's just like he's I don't know, he just gets it done. Yeah.
All right, and then next one, Olympics or Gold Cup? Do you think
Olympics or Gold Cup?
Because you could still fit in.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, they could. I was
3 players.
talking about that. Yeah, with the 3 players, I was literally just talking about that. Oh man, I know. Because last time I got injured, when I got injured, I missed the Gold Cup that they won here.
Yeah,
in
Levi's.
No, I was happy they won, but I was so pissed.
He's like, I could have.
I know. Yeah, but shit happens.
Yeah.
But playing in Olympics would be awesome.
Yeah,
playing Olympics would be amazing. Yeah, it's like once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
So I guess if that could happen, that would be amazing. But if it doesn't happen, Gold Cup is still a real competitive
format.
Tough.
All right, and that's to close out. Thank you again for being on here. Do you have any message to the fans or the doubters for the upcoming LA Galaxy?
The doubters.
Haters listening.
I know. I know we have plenty of them. Plenty of those doubters. But we're definitely putting in that work. To make the next season much different from the last couple. So, we're definitely working towards that. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Thank you. Hey, and his YouTube channel will be down in the description too.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Man, no, I appreciate you guys having me on, and I gotta support my peoples as much as I can, dude.
Thanks,
so
man.
I'm glad you guys told me about this, and much success towards you.
Thank you. Make sure to like, subscribe, share.
Yeah, all of it,
next
bro.
time.
That's right. See you next time. Next time we're home.
Thank you.
Next time we're home.
Thank you.